do that.
Let me get this audio here. No, I think you're onto something there. I got to play this audio here. So he was asked a lot of questions yesterday, and one of the questions was asked whether or not the practice window would be activated for Deshaun Watson. Here was Kevin's answer.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what we're doing.
Okay, what does that mean? I got to ask, what does that mean? Can you load that up for me again? Kevin, is this the week we activate Deshaun Watson's practice window?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what we're doing.
Does that mean this week or does that mean anytime?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what we're doing.
Boy, I'm
not trying to turn a mountain out of a molehill here, but there was a lot of talk about it yesterday. It's our job to address that answer.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the year, I think most of us, when they were tearing down, so I remember I had boots on the ground, Ken. People were telling me, hey, they're tearing down finally the Deshaun Watson signage at the stadium. And we all looked at each other and were like, they're finally done. Like, they are done. It hasn't worked out. It's going to go down in history as one of the all-time bad trades, not just in the NFL, but sports. And you feel like you're shortchanged because the injuries piled up. Even when he was healthy, he was terrible. And so this is over. We're never going to see him again. But now we've already gone through, we're on our second quarterback. We're about to go to our third at some point. You've got half the season left. You got 5 home games. And we were always of the mindset that there's no way they would trot him out because the fans would be so far against it. But when you get, like, let's go through the thought exercise. They're going to go to Shedeur, not this week, but probably the week after, would you say?
Against the Raiders?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Shedeur versus Kenny Pickett, make it happen.
Don't you think there's a chance?
Please,
like,
Lord.
I'm being honest. Like,
please, Lord. Yes, I think there's a chance. That's why I'm saying it, yes.
So we're going to get Shedeur, and I don't know, unless he is the miracle worker that his fans seem to think he is, I'm guessing that will run its course with this offensive line, with those receivers, with these guys calling the plays, with all the problems that they have that is pretty obvious to everybody who has eyes. Probably not going to work either. Doesn't it stand to reason that the guy that still has, $96 million on his contract or whatever it is, and if they've already lost the fans, The fans, it's already going to be a hostile takeover.
You're going to lose the fans even more.
When Buffalo, well, every fan's telling you they're apathetic anyway. So when Buffalo comes to town,
that's what they say,
and it's
but
all
that
Buffalo
was on
fans,
Monday.
like, why wouldn't they throw Deshaun Watson back out there at that point? Why wouldn't they?
I can name plenty of reasons why they wouldn't throw him back out there.
Which are?
I don't think he can handle it.
Oh,
when are they going to throw him back out there?
But you're saying
I don't think he can emotionally handle it.
Well, who could emotionally handle it?
Deshaun!
Oh. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Can I answer when we come back?
Like, do you think he's going to fall down when he comes out of the huddle?
Can I answer it when we come? The stuff about Watson got brought up, and I said, I don't think he can handle it. You go, what do you mean he could handle it? I go, he couldn't handle it before when he was 100% healthy. When he was healthy as a horse, he couldn't handle it. Now, he was rusty, but there is some guys have that skill. No matter, listen, guys, whatever is alleged is whatever. I'm pointing something out here.
Yeah.
There are guys who can absolutely clear whatever mechanism, and they do not care if you don't like them. They don't care if their home fans don't like them. They do not care. And they're going to go out there, and they're going to get their 50 points, or they're going to throw for 300 yards, or they're going to catch their 100 yards. They do not care. Those guys are few and far between. That's why they're called legends. Most guys, it has an effect on you when your own home fans don't like you and don't want to see you. So you could play them. It better be one of them road games, because then you would just go in expecting it. But the whole thing has been weird, to say the least. His with the first start with the Cleveland Browns was in Houston.
It was so bizarre.
And that was as bizarre as it gets.
Throwing ground balls.
And then you get the fans. And hey, I know I was there, and I've said it a million times. Do I think it was the whole stadium of fans cheering when he got hurt? Absolutely not. I don't think it was the majority of it. I think that there was definitely a smattering. There's plenty of people who go, Kenny, you're full of it. Okay, fine. I can't argue that forever. But I guarantee, I can't guarantee, but I'm pretty positive I think I know what he thinks of that situation. And I don't think he wants to be here as much as anybody doesn't want him to be here. So if he goes out there, like, he's healthy and he's a player, he has every right to to go through the practice and get himself ready, and maybe he'd have a chance. But I'm telling you, if he plays at home against Buffalo or Pittsburgh, and I know there's stadium takeovers and those fans are going to be there. I get it. But you're going to have all those Steelers fans and all those Bills fans letting them have it, and then you're going to have Browns fans who are there letting them have it. And then if things don't go our way, which they won't, when things don't go our way, they're going to doubly let them have it, because then they're going to see Steelers fans over here to their left whooping it up, and they're going to get even angrier. It is not conducive for him to play for this football team.
So I agree with everything you just said, but then I see this. AJ, Cleveland, I'd rather watch Watson start this Sunday over watching another second of DG.
Because you ain't, I think that you are at your wit's end right now, and you just want to see something that's somewhat interesting. And some guy, because Dylan Gabriel, listen, I at times on Sunday I would have rather play with 10 than with Dylan Gabriel. I'll admit that. But I think we're just at our wit's end here. It can get worse, and it will get worse, precipitously worse, Nick Wilson, if you put him out there. They have. I mean, he's their player. You said $96 million. They have every right to put him out there. You are right about that. He's not active, but he's not on. Well, he's not on the full season IR. They have a decision to make, but they could put him out there. But if you do put him out there, you're going to have a lot of people. I don't think anybody in the stadium is going to be happy to see him. In Browns fans garb or any other fan garb. I think Steelers fans and Bills fans would have a hoot with it, but I don't think the Browns fans would like it very much at all. And I don't think that they would go out of their way to make Browns fans in a tough year as it is just mad. The other things, there's like, hey, because there are people, as much as I can get mad, they go, what are you doing, Kenny? You knew this team was going to be good. It's like, so I don't have to sit here and accept it and just take it and be quiet over it. But they go, nah, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your breath, you're wasting your sanity. There's plenty of people like that. But when you put them out there, it's different. It is different. And I don't think that would go very well. For us, for them, for anybody.
Well,
for him,
look, the reality is nothing's going well. Nothing they do, no lever they've been able to pull has gone well. And I just wonder if it could come from ownership. Remember, Jimmy attended the wedding of Deshaun Watson. They continue. The messaging continues to be.
I would have went to your wedding had you not got married in a courthouse. I wouldn't play you on a Sunday against the Steelers.
Well, they continue.
That got to do with anything.
But the messaging continues to be consistent. That he's been showing up to everything. Remember last year when he was as far away from the team as possible, while Dak Prescott was going to the games on crutches. Like, that's not the case this year. This year he's been a mentor. He's taken Shador and like. That messaging has had a purpose, hasn't it? Like, they could just not say anything, but it's clear that the messaging has been the messaging.
I think the purpose of that messaging is that everybody has to remain on friendly terms with each other so nobody ends up in trouble. I mean, you have a lot of money that's due. He could always look at it and say, well, I'm an active player. You have a right to work as a player. You can't just go throwing guys under the bus and making them look bad.
Sure,
because
but he wasn't here last year.
I understand that because you could say, hey, you need to go and you need to recover and you need to rehab, and the best idea for you to rehab is away from the team. You could always say that and everybody could agree. This year's different. You can run, you can throw. There's a lot of things, and you can technically rehab and be a part of the team. You have to remain on good terms. He needs to remain on good terms, so the Browns have to fulfill his contract. The Browns need to remain on good terms. I've said this to you a million times. I'll say it 1,000,001 times. The Browns need to remain on good terms so he doesn't turn right around and try to hold them liable for ruining the rest of his career. Because once he gets let go from the Browns, which will probably happen this summer, once he gets let go from the Browns, he's going to want another job in the NFL. And the Browns need to make sure that they don't say anything that's really bad. Let other teams go out and get and have their chance to go out and get Deshaun Watson. So everybody's got to remain on good terms here. So there's no other litigation that's brought into this.
So you don't think we'll ever see him again in a Browns uniform?
Oh, I can say never, but I don't think it'd be the best idea. I think you will go from Dylan Gabriel to Shador Sanders to Bailey Zappi, and by the time the Bailey Zappi, I think, they're hoping that it's week 7 or week 18 against the Cincinnati Bengals, and we just move on into the offseason.